Hip hop, hip hop,
Yeah,
hip hop, hip
bars
hop,
is back.
hip hop,
Sam
hip
and
hop,
oh God,
hop,
what's
hip
up with you?
Yes.
Hip hop uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip hop uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving Sam and riding passenger side, and you heard it out the mouth of the greatest rapper alive. Hip hop uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip hop uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving Sam and riding passenger side, and you heard it out the mouth of the greatest rapper alive. Go gang.
Keep it a buck. Who has a better intro in the industry than that one? Shout out for Cassidy. And we got a new intro coming real soon from Cassidy, so get ready. All right, let's talk about 50 Cent and Young Buck, because the legal pressure is continuing to mount on Young Buck. Now, new court documents show that 50 Cent refuses to take his foot off of Young Buck's neck. He's coming for it all. Now, 50 Cent is still seeking to collect money from Young Buck in the bankruptcy case. Now, the G-Unit boss, right, has objected to the possibility of certain dischargeable debts. And this is by way of AllHipHop.com. Now, 50 Cent insists, right, that he paid Young Buck at least $250,000 for a recording contract back in 2014. Now, Young Buck allegedly failed to live up to his end of the bargain and never delivered the two albums to 50 Cent and G-Unit. Now, if you don't remember, Young Buck filed bankruptcy back in January of 2020, but 50 Cent says that the Nashville native never published, or Nashville native published works in violation of his recording contract before filing, and kept doing so after declaring bankruptcy, right? Now, 50 Cent accuses Young Buck of not disclosing royalties received from those public works in the bankruptcy case. Now, 50 Cent pretty much, is coming very, very, hard pause at Young Buck. And 50 Cent is not a guy that you want to owe. Look at Tierra Marie. Look at other people. I mean, he'll use media, he'll use court, anything that he can to relentlessly pursue. Now, they go on to say, right, by failing to disclose the works and royalties, including, and this is all court language, right, without limitation at his meeting of creditors and his petition and schedules defendant with intent to hinder, delay, or defraud a creditor, creditors, and or officer of the estate, has transferred, removed, destroyed, mutilated, or concealed, or has permitted to be transferred, removed, destroyed, mutilated, or concealed his property within 1 year before the petition date or property of the estate. This is 50 Cent's legal team that actually saying this. Now, the Power executive, also alleges that his old friend did not reveal ownership of a 2017 F-250 Ford black truck. Right, so he's going after he's nickel and diming at this point right now. Young Buck now claims that the truck has been wrecked, making it unrecoverable by the estate. By failing, right, and here's more jargon, right, by failing to disclose that he owned the black truck, including without limitation at his meeting of creditors and on his schedules, defendant knowingly and fraudulently and or on connected with bankruptcy case made a false oath or account. 50 Cent's lawyers are going at Young Buck's neck. Now, 50 Cent is asking the court to declare that the debts, right, that the debts are non-dischargeable. He's additionally seeking further relief as deems is just proper. So the one thing, if you're in the industry, do not get on 50 Cent's bad side, right? And it goes to show you, like, anything that Young Buck is saying, oh, he ain't. I mean, the courts are vigorously pursuing you now. So whatever paperwork, whatever you have that says 50 Cent never gave you the money or whatever the case may be, that's out the window. You didn't produce that, because now the court is now starting to enforce things, meaning that whatever 50 Cent said, if he said that, you owed him $250,000, whether it was money or, projects that you owed him, whatever the case may be, they're looking at 50 and saying, okay, 50, you're 100% right. Judgment to you. We're going to do whatever you say. Any motion that you file, we're going to follow this because we seen through documentation that you were indeed correct in your contract dispute. So if you're a young buck, I mean, at this point, you know, you try to settle or you keep running, but eventually, you know, the way this is looking, I mean, he can't have no bank accounts, right? He's not going to be able to have anything. Anything that he tries to have, 50 Cent is going to come after him. He's going after this dude's cars. And next thing is going to be jewelry. Next thing is going to be, you know, jerseys. And then if you go deep into this case, you know, all that was itemized, like jewelry. You know, what type of jerseys that might be worth money. Anything that's worth value, they're able to come after. So at this point, man, you know, I can't, you know, give no advice on what he should do. You know, because if you don't want to pay it, you don't want to pay it. But it's just going to make your life a living hell, if you continue to try to avoid something like this. Now, the bankruptcy gives you, you know, temporary protection, obviously, but sometimes you file bankruptcy, and depending on the type you file, it's like, okay, you still got to pay this back. And this is what happened with Young Buck. Like, they say, okay, you could pay it back, but you got to be honest with us. Anything that you're getting, any money that you're making, anything that you're doing, you have to be honest with us so we can divvy this out and pay your creditors. And they believe that he, meaning Young Buck, is not doing that. So I'm going to fall back on this, man. What do you guys think in the comment section? I'm always going to defer to you guys. Let me know what you guys think about this. Is 50 Cent being petty? Is this all business? And I look at it, you know, and I definitely want to hear what you guys got to say. 50 Cent is moving strictly as a businessman. Now, maybe he wouldn't have been as inept to go after Young Buck if they didn't have the going back and forth on the internet and whatnot. If it was just a clean breakup and whatnot, maybe he would fall back. But to the point where now you disrespect 50, you saying all this about 50, now like, all right, I'm coming for everything you got now. I'm going to embarrass you all the way down to taking your shirt off of your back. That's what 50 Cent is right here. But leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Also, if you guys are interested in advertising right before each video that we do here on Hip Hop News Uncensored, email me right now. At advertise@hiphopun.com. The email is advertise@hiphopun.com. We got very, very affordable rates to get your service, your business, your product, your video, whatever you got out there. We got the most affordable rates in the industry. I promise you. Email us at advertise@hiphopun.com. On the way out, guys, smash the like button, guys and gals, right? And make sure you guys are locked in. If it's your first time at the channel, man, go ahead and bang that subscribe button. Make sure you guys are locked in to get more exclusives just like this. We're keeping you guys updated on hip-hop 24/7, 365. We're giving you interviews, and we're giving you non-stop content on the website, which is hiphopun.com. The official website is hiphopun.com. Be sure to go check that out, man. Everything I just said is in the description box. You're welcome on that. Peace.